We're top of the league. We're top of the league by one game. Yeah, no, we've just played one game, but we're top of the league. So, yeah, anyway, bringing you the new season, we have stayed with Werder Bremen, and we're now top of the Bundesliga, so we can end it there. Let's just get this league title, and we'll go home. Starting off, though, we had a really good pre-season, some good results in there, including a 1-1 draw with Arsenal. Then we went, played our first round of the Cup. We beat this team 5-0. Heimsetten, I want to say. No idea. And then another consecutive game where we scored 5 was against Union Berlin, so that is fantastic. And I think we've actually got a really good team here. As we're going to go and have a look at the transfer history now, you might see it doesn't look like there's much, and really, we didn't actually do a huge amount of transfers. So we'll go with some of the outs first. So we'll go with the big one, Josh Sargent. He's gone, 7.5 mil, and he's off to Spain. So he's been. This is a second stint at Werder Bremen, and not awful by any stretch of the imagination, but still, there's just something, 50 appearances, 16 goals. It's just not that good, really, is it? He's just not really. I don't know. He's just not good enough, really. But yes, he's off and he's going to play for Huesca. We sold him for 7.25 mil, which is great. We'll definitely take that. Matthias Rosito, he's also left after 1.5 years, 18 months. He's back to Brazil with whoever this team is. They must be second division? Or are they? Oh, no, they are first, but never heard of that team before. Anyway, 1.7 mil, which is not a great investment on the guy for 18 months. Only cost us 5 mil. He was decent, but we have other players now. We've got Ruben Frank. He's just gone for 350k. He had alright potential, but nothing too much. We won't go into. Well, Danny Bolger, he's someone probably pretty good that we should show you. He's off on loan. He's a decent prospect for our goalkeeper, American, 21 years old. So he's going to go and hopefully get some decent game time in another division. Another big one, Martin Schmidt, obviously played a pretty decent role for us last season, 20 games. He's now on loan for Paderborn. Just because actually he is probably about second Bundesliga quality. Apparently it won't let me check. Yeah, he's a second Bundesliga standard player, so he's not quite at the level that we need him to be at, so he's going to go and get some more game time. And yeah. And then Murray Booth, we bought him in. This guy is insane. This is a young 18-year-old Scotsman. We bought him in for Ross County. He was out of contract. 700k compensation is all he cost us, and we sent him out on loan. He does have really good stats. Like, this physical is amazing. His technicals, his dribbling, his passing, and his dribbling, finishing, and first touch, I should say, 15 each. Like, that is phenomenal. He's got great flair. He's got determination. He's 5'10". He's got decent pace, acceleration. He's got decent stamina as well. Natural fitness, composure could be slightly better, passing could be slightly better, but his technique is great. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing how Murray Booth gets on at Hanover. He's going to be playing in the division below, which is probably his standard at the moment, but yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing how he develops. Probably one of the better signings as well. So we won't have to go over Murray Booth. We'll go in for the most expensive transfer so far, Amir Rahmani. We bought him in from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Decent central defender, 6'4". He's massive. And look at that mental. That's what you love to see. Aggression, anticipation, bravery, composure, concentration, decisions. His tackling is great. His marking's good. His positioning, his heading, his jumping reach, his natural fitness, his strength, stamina. He's got it all, really. He's played all over the show. So he's obviously from... He's Kosovan. He's from Kosovo. Went to Albania, went to Croatia. Bit of amount of time in Croatia. Then went to Verona. Spent a decent amount of time in Italy before shifting over to Wolves a couple of seasons ago. Played 26 games in the Premier League. Not too bad. They bought him for 8 mil, and then they got relegated, so they sold... Oh, he played a bit part figure last season. Not sure if he was injured or not, but anyway, we got him for a cut price 3.7 mil, which I think is a really good bargain. He is 33, so he will be slowing down, but I still think he's got fantastic experience, and I think he'd do very, very well for us here. Obviously, you would have seen Murray Booth. We don't need to show you him. Another striker that we got, a Costa Rican fella called German Camacho, and another phenomenal talent as well at the striker position. We've got fantastic dribbling, finishing and first touch again. His passing is pretty decent. His technique, his work rate, vision is not too bad either. His off the ball is really good. Good balance, good pace, acceleration. Again, just another really good striker, and he scored a hat-trick on debut, so things are only looking up. And we got him for free as well. Seattle, for some reason, just didn't renew his contract, and he was available for free. So I think we got an absolute bargain right here. And even if we do have to shift him on, the fact that we're going to get 100% profit from him, pretty much, apart from his wages, obviously, but they don't really count in the grand scheme of things. Well, I mean, they do in real life, but on the game. Transfer-wise, we're going to make a huge profit on the guy when he eventually does move, because he's got the potential to be an absolute outstanding player. And if his transfer value is 70 to 110 mil, so like, that's great. He's only 18. He's already had 21 caps, 15 goals for the Costa Rican national team. He should be an absolute beast for us. Harvey Vale also joined us on a free transfer. I think I went over this in the one of the last seasons. The last season. A very good, well-rounded player. No particular attributes stick out as such, but most of them are all around the 12s, 13s, 15s, so on. He's 6'1", he's got very good stats, well-rounded. There's only a couple that he's probably lacking at, a bit of penalties, positioning, aggression. Otherwise, everything else, concentration as well, sorry. Everything else is at least a 10 plus, so really looking forward to seeing how Harvey Vale comes good for us. Started his career at Chelsea, obviously went on loan to Bolton, Vitesse, shocker. Went on loan to Besiktas and then Hearts last season before finally leaving on a free and signing with us. And then last but not least, Manfred Muller. Needed another right back. We did let go 20-something plus players when all their contracts expired. A lot of them were youth players, second team players that weren't getting time. Some of them, yeah, anyway. We brought in Manfred Muller on loan from Bayern Munich. He's probably not quite standard for the Bundesliga level yet, but he is going to be rotational with Jamie. 250k the loan is going to cost us, which is it's a bit of money. It's a decent chunk of change, but we also have an option to buy him for 11 million at the end of the season, which I also think is a pretty decent deal as well, especially if he actually reaches his potential, which again is phenomenal as well. He does have some work to do on the technical side of his game, but his mentals, his teamwork, his work rate, bravery, he's 6'1", he's got good acceleration, his physical side of him is really, really good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do, and he's another German player as well. So looking forward to that. And yeah, that is it. 4.7 mil is all we spent. 9.5, and I feel like we've got some really good players in. Yeah, no one from last season that I wanted to. No, cool. Just checking. I think I think the board will be pretty stoked the fact that we've managed to not spend, our transfer outs are more than our transfer ins. We've managed to replace players on the cheaper. So this is what we're going to be playing today. So this is our team. This is our bench as well. So obviously Camacho and Traore up top together. Furic and Vale on the wings. I think we probably should swap them round because he's got a good partnership there. Garavito, I should say, in bomb. Martin, Cisse, Rahimi, or Romani, should I say, Jamie, and Matthias. I think that's a really good team. We've got Kaczorowski in goal for the backup goalkeeper on the bench. Gary, Palmer Brown, Moller, Bourne, Nicolucci, Yibing, Kaio, and Carrick as well. So yeah, if you don't know who Bourne is, Holger Bourne was a player that we had bought in last season. We shipped him out on loan to Kaiserslautern. No, Karlsruhe, who's got Andre Villas-Boas as their manager. Fair enough. We bought him in for 6.5 million from Austrian side Lask. And yeah, went on loan last season, and now he is going to be... he's playing that role that really Schmidt was playing last season, really. But I just think this guy's got a little bit better. He's got something a bit more to him than Schmidt. Like, look at those physicals. Like, he's an absolute beast. He's fast. He's strong. He's got great physical fitness. His stamina, his balance, his jumping, his aggression. He's got it all, really. And he's going to be a fantastic ball-winning midfielder. Just see him being an absolute beast. So, yes, there we go. German Camacho is our top scorer already. Transfer window hasn't ended yet. Today we're obviously going to be playing Schalke. So, without further ado, let's get into that game. And yeah, it's been a bit of a drawn-out thing. But yeah, here we go. Oh, and Irvin Carrick has just signed a new 3-year contract. Same with Caillou. Both of these will come into effect from the end of the season, which was good to see. So alright, we're back for the game. Schalke, here is the team. Not really any changes, it's just Cisse for Palmer Brown, and also we've had to take off Gary for Urson Aiden. Hopefully he doesn't have to come on the pitch. Yeah, he's got decent potential, but he's definitely not ready for first team football now. Here we go. Franco Uma versus Daniel Fark. I don't really notice any names here. Just trying to see if there's actually anybody. No. There is nobody there that I can pick out a name and know who they are. So, hopefully, another victory here. I will check to see how many victories we did pick up last season, because I can't quite remember off the top of my head. They're playing a 5-2-1-2 with wingbacks. Interesting. Hopefully we're able to find some space. Yeah, leading most goals scored. Pretty decent start to the season. So we'll change to watch our formation. Schalke probably... I don't know if they would be relegation contenders, being... They have just come up. Camacho... Oh, what a goal. Is he going to count as offside? No way. I mean, he probably is offside, but can we get that? Because that's a good goal. Awarded, yeah, there we go. What a start. And this is what I'm talking about. German Camacho. 3, remember? He probably got to scored a couple of times. Slightly earlier, but we'll take that. Rounded the goal. What an assist from Furic as well. That's insane. Great stuff from us. And with the team that we've got, well, it hasn't changed hugely. There's a couple of players, mainly just like, well, so Traore and Camacho would have been Traore and Sargent. It would have been Bono Gittins instead of Vale. Garavito was starting last season anyway. And Bond was starting. Martin, Palmer, Brown, and Jamie Mathias were all in the last season. So there's only about 3 players. It's Rahimi, Vale, and Camacho that we've added to the team. And yeah, so most of the players were probably just underperforming in reality. That's a decent goal from Schalke. Unfortunately, we have now been equalised. No clean sheet for us today. Let's have a look at what really happened. It was headed back to Sorensen. Passed it to Vagamon, and Peters just found heaps of space. Managed to score. Slightly unfortunate, but we're still playing decently enough, so I'm happy as long as we can keep it going. Might go to a slightly more positive way of moving the ball about. See if that does anything. Camacho almost had a tackle in. Ryan to Isaac. Schalke looking pretty decent. They still reckon that we're going to finish, I think, in the season preview. Oh, we're losing at the moment. Schalke 2, Werder Bremen 1, and maybe we're not as good as we think. We've still got time in the transfer window. I don't know what I would really want to do. Like, that's just like kind of a sweaty goal. You can't really do a huge amount about that. Palmer Brown. Perhaps we get a new centre back, replace Palmer Brown as well to create a new. And he is still technically. I thought I was going to have to replace it, but they're still. Everyone is still technically Bundesliga quality. Obviously, Palmer Brown having an absolute shocker at 6.1. Garavito also really not performing here. Don't make this 3. That would be fucking embarrassing. I'm gonna demand more. And I think what we're gonna do is up the tempo. Try and get the ball a bit around quicker and see if we can do anything there. We're dominating, well, not really dominating possession. We do have a better XG though. Dominic Martin's going to throw one into Vale, but intercepted. I don't know why he had to throw it to him. Goneman gives it back. Come on, team. Let's just get the ball. We haven't had enough of the ball. We need to be creating chances. Martin should have been closer to cutting that one out. As we could go behind for a... They could score a third here. I think they will. Yep. I mean, that's a shocker to concede from Mathias. He's having a shit game. Now I'm fuming. Nicolussi. Who else is playing poorly? Oh, I can't take off my goalkeeper. I mean, I could take off my goalkeeper, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to watch that goal again. Fuck, this team gives me the shit sometimes. One team were winning 5-1, and now... all of a sudden, no, now we're losing 4-1. Oh, Mathias, are you joking? He actually made a save, but then he almost... shut up, Jesse. Come on, you fucking losers. Get on very attacking. Berate, this performance is not good enough. Everyone has been dog shit. We should have won that game. 3-1 against Schalke. There is no excuse to lose to a newly promoted side. That's an absolute shit show. Luckily, we still have a transfer window to go. Maybe we are still relegation contenders. I thought, shit, the players that we've brought in are actually really good. We're looking pretty decent. Look at the star ratings. You know, all the star ratings, not all of them are fantastic, but on average, everybody is a 3-star or more, which is pretty fucking decent on this game. Clearly not. I'm not bringing in Simon Carmichael. Why is he on my shortlist? Disappointing. Disappointing. That is absolutely piss poor. And let's just take a quick look. Not past positions, you knob. Okay, they've put us up to 14th now. We were 15th at the start of the season, so at least we're not favourites to be relegated again, which is nice. Yeah, maybe we do have to look at a centre-back and perhaps a goalkeeper as well. We've got 7 mil, couple of hundred, like 500 grand on the wage bill as well, almost. So we've got enough money to bring in someone, and then we've got enough finances anyway. So we'll have to see what happens. Yeah, we'll come back after the transfer window. Anyway, a disappointing defeat to Schalke. We'll be back probably for the Mainz and Borussia Mönchengladbach game after the transfer window is done. I'll play the Bayer, I'll play the Leverkusen and the Wolfsburg game off camera. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks a ton for watching. Hope you liked the video. Peace, love, and Jesus. Bye-bye.